Hello and welcome, my friends. This is Jennifer from Mystic Star. I want to thank you guys so very much for joining me today and welcome you to my Mystical Mindfulness series. Mindfulness is the practice of being present for you. It is a common statement that I make throughout my other videos. Be in the present, be in the here and now. In this series, I'm going to guide you through some visualizations to help you do just that. Mindfulness is the art of being present and aware of you and your surroundings. This practice of mindfulness can be performed as a part of a meditation or as other tools. I will be incorporating both in these series. In this mindfulness practice, I will be guiding you through a tool that will support you in releasing that physical tension that you're holding on to. We all carry a lot of stress and a lot of tension in our bodies. Sometimes we're aware of where that tension and that stress is being held, while other times it is hidden deep within us. Today, I will guide you through a visualization tool that can be used anywhere, anytime, to help you bring yourself to the present and release some of that tension. Now, this tool can bring you into a meditative state, or you can use it to just keep yourself focused in on yourself without that meditative state. Today, I'd like to take you into that more meditative state so that you can get the most out of this tool. So, of course, like all my meditations, to start off, there are a number of things I need you to do first before we begin. One, like always, try and find a relatively quiet place where you're less likely to be disturbed. I know this can be a real challenge. However, please do the best you can. Remember, this time is for you, and you don't need the demands and stresses of everyday life taking your attention away from connecting in with you. And like always, I would recommend that you have your spiritual binder and pen close at hand. Similar to any of my meditative series, we will have the ability to receive some amazing insight, inspiration, and guidance throughout this practice, both from our higher self, about our physical body, and of course, our high vibrational support team. Having your binder close at hand will help you get all that amazing insight, those thoughts and ideas out before our ego has a chance to help us forget. And like always, finally, I'd like you to get comfortable. Make sure that you're wearing loose and relaxing clothing and that you are seated in a comfortable position with connection to the floor. I recommend that you have that connection as it adds that element of groundedness and stability that's going to help you connect in more fully with this session and thus yourself. Now, before we get started into this technique and to this meditative state, I want you to choose to either close your eyes or gently focus in on the candle's flame. Both methods are just as effective for this session and meditation. It is important that you feel calm and safe while engaging in a mindfulness practice, so you need to have that choice. Make that choice for you. Now that we're ready, I want you to become aware of your breath. There is no right or wrong way of breath right now. Just become aware of it. Now, I would like you to gradually increase how deep of an inhale you're taking and how deep that exhale is. I would encourage you to take those deep breaths in through your nose. Pause for a second. Exhale through your mouth. Pause again before you take that deep inhale. This is the meditative breath, and it's going to help you to connect into you more fully and stay focused in at our task at hand. As you continue to take these beautiful deep breaths in, I want you to draw your attention to your head, particularly your face. How does that feel right now? Are there any aches and pains? Anywhere where you know you're holding the tension? Now I want you to tighten all your muscles in your face, scrunching your face up and holding it for a few moments. How does your face feel now? Does it reinforce some of that tension, some of that pain? Let's feel the tension and pain release as we relax our muscles in our face. What difference do you feel now? I want you to ensure that you have really relaxed some of the muscles that we hold some of the tension and pain. Our jaw, our brow, two areas that carry that pressure as we clench them when we are in an argument or we're upset about something. Let's give these areas some rest and rejuvenation. Keep breathing, my friends. Now let's travel down to our neck. How does it feel right now? Now, this may be a bit more challenging. However, I want you to try and tighten your muscles in your neck. We usually do it when we clench our jaw. Try not to clench your jaw too much, but see what you can do. Tighten those muscles up. What difference do you feel? Now, I'd like you to relax those muscles. How does it feel now? Let's head down to our shoulders. How do they feel? We carry a lot of tension and burden here. I want you to intentionally tense your shoulder muscles up. Let's hold them for a moment. How do they feel now? Where do you feel the tension most? Let's now release that tension, giving your shoulders a much deserved break. With that exhale, relax those muscles. Feel that tension melting away from you. Remember to keep breathing, my friends. Let's now travel down to our tummy area. How does your tummy feel right now? I want you to intentionally tighten all those tummy muscles and hold it here for a few moments. How does this area feel? We carry a lot of stress and anxiety in our tummy. Feel the stress, that anxiety be released from you with every exhale you take. Taking that deep breath in and letting it all out. Now we're going to head back up to our arms. I want you to connect in with your biceps. How do they feel? Is there a difference between your right and your left? Now I want you to flex your biceps, tightening up your upper arm muscles. How does it feel now? With your next exhale, release those muscles. Now, let's head down to your forearm. How do they feel? Again, is there a difference between the two sides? Let's now tighten those forearm muscles. What difference do you feel in them? Again, on that next exhale, let's take any tension that we're holding from our forearms and release it as we relax those muscles. Remember to keep breathing, my friends. Let's head down to our hands. How do they feel? Your hands do so much for you. They also hold a lot of tension. Let's release some of that tension hidden within our hands. I want you to clench your fists. What differences do you feel now? Take some time to check in to how your hands are feeling all clenched up. This is how we often deal with stress, anger, and fear. We ball our hands up into fists. It's time to release that tension, that fear. With our next exhale, relax those fingers. Release that fist. Feel that tension being released with each breath you take. Let's move to your back. How does that feel right now? I want you to intentionally tense the muscles in your back. What difference did that bring? Like your shoulders, your back carries a lot of your burdens. It brings with it aches and pains. It's time to release that tension, that burden, those aches and pains. With your next exhale, start to release the muscles in your back. Feel those burdens being washed away, those pains being released with every exhale you take. Keep breathing, my friends. Let's now go on to our glutes. How do they feel? Now, let's clench our glute muscles. How do they feel now? Again, this is another area we like to clench when we're under pressure or stress. It doesn't serve us to have such tension held within our bodies. Let's release it now. Feel that tension being released as your muscles relax. Now we're going to head down to our legs. How does your upper leg feel? Let's now tighten your muscles in your upper leg. What changes do you feel? Now, let's relax those muscles again. How do your upper legs feel now? Remember to keep breathing, my friends. Let's move down to our calves. How do your calves feel? Is there a difference between the two sides? Now, I want you to intentionally tighten your calf muscles. What difference did that make? Our calves are another area where tension likes to hide, leaving us with that ache and that pain. It's time that you let go of this. On your next exhale, relax your calf muscles, feeling that tension, that pain be washed away from you. Keep breathing, my friends. We are going to end off on our feet. How do they feel? Is there a difference between the right and the left? Now, I want you to ball up your foot and tighten all those muscles in your feet. How did that change the way your feet feel? Your feet take a lot of physical and emotional pressure. They're so vital to us. It's time that we give them the love they deserve. Release that pressure as you relax those feet muscles. Taking a deep breath in and then out again. How does your body feel now? What surprises did you have throughout this session? Placing intentional tension in your body helps you to identify where tension is being stored. Added exertion adds added buildup, which is more noticeable, especially as we are being very present in ourselves. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me today. This is a fantastic tool that you can use to help you release that heaviness that builds up within us during our day. Taking a few minutes to be present in your body and how it's feeling will support you in understanding and working with yourself more fully. Like I mentioned before, you can use this tool anywhere and anytime you need. Taking a few minutes to connect in with yourself, tensing those muscles, and being present in your body will go a long way in overcoming the challenges that you're being faced with. I want to thank you again so much for joining me today. You should really be proud of the work that you've done here today. Taking this time for you is a big step in your healing and your development. Please give yourself a big hug for taking this time for you. I hope that you enjoyed this mindfulness practice and that you feel more present in the here and now and that you have a better understanding of you. During this session, if you had any pain or heaviness that you did not feel that was released within this practice, you may want to try a hot bath to relax those muscles even more. It is important that we take care of our physical bodies and release the pains that we're dealing with. Now, if there is a lot of pain, please seek medical attention. I am not a doctor. I am a light worker that is supporting you in connecting in with you more fully. Now, I will be continuing to create these mindfulness practices for my friends. I want to support you in expanding your repertoire of tools and techniques so that you're able to engage in your everyday while embracing those amazing opportunities and wonders that every day has in store for you. If you have any suggestions or requests on tools or meditations that you'd like me to cover, please leave them below. I love hearing directly from my friends what would help them out the most right now. Again, I want to thank you so much for spending time with me today and opening yourself up to you in a different way. Until tomorrow, my friends.